Here are 5 important lessons I learned after spending 4 years out of college. Number 1. For some reason, time moves even faster after you finish school, so try not to waste it. Oddly, my perception of time has gone out the window. Thinking about it, I spent 3 years in college, I graduated a year early, and now I spent 4 years out of college, but for some reason, the 3 years feels so much longer in my mind than the 4 years. There could be a lot of reasons contributing to this. My theory is that sameness is the culprit. Same activities, same work schedule, same environment, same social interactions, same a lot of things that used to be different back then because you would change schools, talk to new people in new classes, change classes and environments, and so on. For a lot of people, sameness is unfortunately inevitable, especially if you work at a desk job. My advice to you is to break the sameness as often as you can by introducing new activities in your life, trying to meet new people, and exploring different environments. It's so easy to stay comfortable in the sameness and just let time fly by. So after you finish college, be sure to keep your curiosity to learn and try new things. Number 2, structure in your life will be lost, so it's up to you to create your own. I know this is not the case for everyone, especially if you have a job lined up for you after you finish college, but for me, I definitely entered a sort of perpetual summer break state. Summer was a time where I often filled my time up with playing games, watching anime and movies, and just hanging out with friends. So when college finished, that's exactly what I did. And well, summer break is supposed to end, but after school is done, guess what? Nothing forces you to shift gears into learning and productivity mode. You have to do that yourself now. So once you've had that realization, you begin to look at how you're spending your time more, and you begin to realize that not having a structure to your day is the primary reason that you keep being unproductive. Humans are habitual creatures. If you continuously allow yourself to be distracted as soon as you wake up, it's going to be very difficult to get yourself off of that when there's no external forces making you change. My advice is to keep a planner and train yourself to build good habits. As a simple way to start, just decide on a single task that you want to accomplish in the morning, afternoon, and nighttime. 3 segments in a day. For me, that'd be something like exercise and practice piano in the morning, work on a video in the afternoon, and then socialize with family and friends at night, which can include playing games and watching movies and relaxing. Just by setting that structure up and writing it down, you've increased your chances that you'll actually succeed at those tasks. Of course, this isn't a foolproof plan. You will have days where you slip up. In those cases, just take a break day or even week, and then reset yourself and try again. It'll be easier and easier each time you try. Number 3, your social life is in your hands now. So one thing about school that I enjoyed is that there are so many ways to make new friends. You can join that one club or go to a school event. Classes force you to work with other people, and everyone tends to just live really close to the school. Well, depending on which college you went to after you're done, most of those friends are not going to be around anymore. My philosophy is to always try my best to keep in touch with good friends and people I care about. So I always message my friends from time to time, but a lot of them aren't even in the state anymore, so we can't exactly hang out. Luckily for me, I kept in touch with a good amount of my high school friends and reconnected with them after college finished. Even then, hangouts aren't as regular, and it's not as easy as passing them by in class, asking them if they're free this Saturday. The increased resistance to socializing can lead a lot of people into just not trying at all. And that's one of the worst things you can do for yourself. You'll essentially isolate yourself and feel like you don't have any friends anymore. Loneliness creeps in and your state of being just isn't quite as bright. I've met some cool people just going to the gymnastics place and made a lot of great memories just being there. So just remember that there are other options and social circles near you. Places that offer lessons for certain activities can be a great way to meet new people. Just don't be afraid to ask for people's contact information and asking them to hang out. Corona will eventually die down, so that will be a thing again. If they say they can't, then move along. It's as if you didn't ask in the first place, so no harm done. Number 4, take risks because now is the best time. I know this one has been stated 1,000 times, but it's very true. Before you get married, before you have a kid and have to pay a million bills, why not explore a bit more of what life has to offer? If I'm being honest, I never really had any intentions of making a YouTube channel like this in college. I made this channel on a whim to further my learning with self-improvement, but now I've taken things further, created online courses, and I guess that makes me an entrepreneur. Labels like that are kind of meaningless to me, but you guys get the point. I did things that you don't normally do in the traditional path, and for me, it's been worth the experience. I'm still doing things that are simply me exploring and trying things that may or may not help me financially in the future, but I'm doing it now because it'll probably be harder to do later on. If you have something you want to do that's considered risky, I'd suggest you do it sooner than later. Number 5, you are at one of the greatest transitional periods of your life. The years after you finish school have a huge impact on your outlook in life and your behavior. This is sort of the culmination of all previous advice, and it's not necessarily only for after college. Anytime you make a big shift from one sort of sameness to another sort of sameness, which is now finding a job, being at home, and doing whatever it is you do at home, you're looking at a time frame where what you decide on can really impact the new sameness you're about to land on by a large degree. If what you decided to do is fill your days with activities that don't really help you get anywhere in your life, then your new normal has become just that. But if you decide to instead make this a period where you try new things, explore new avenues in life, create new social circles, and so on, well, that becomes your new normal. That's not to say if you started off poorly like I did, you can't make your way out of it. You definitely can. It's just going to be harder. And in terms of outlook, it's just so much better to see the world as something that has so many different things to offer versus seeing a desk every day that you dread sitting at and doing activities that offer no fulfillment. And those are two very different outlooks that can really affect the way you see life after school finishes. So even if there's a lot of social pressure to conform, try your best to choose a path that you feel will offer you fulfillment. And those are 5 important lessons I learned after spending 4 years out of college. It's been quite interesting experiencing life after college so far. Lots of bad, lots of good, but I've learned a lot, and I'm glad this is the path I chose. If you're in a similar stage in your life or beyond, let us know about any pieces of advice you can offer in the comments. I like to draw wisdom from many different sources, and I know everybody's experiences are different. Hopefully at least one of these lessons was helpful. If it was, consider giving the video a like and subscribing. Again, if you're interested in getting organized and building habits, check out my website where you can find my course on just that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.